Welcome to our channel Film Fiesta. Today we are going to explain Maze Runner, Thomas and Minho surviving the maze scene, which marks the leadership qualities of Thomas. So stick till the end and enjoy the video. The scene opens with Thomas and Minho inside the massive, ever-changing labyrinth known as the maze. Night has fallen, and in the Maze Runner universe, this is when the Grievers, terrifying, mechanical creatures, become active. The tension is palpable as Thomas and Minho race against time to find safety. Thomas and Minho are forced to make desperate choices, as the maze has already sealed behind them and the Grievers are fast approaching. The ominous sounds of the maze shifting and the distant growls of the Grievers send chills through the audience. It's clear that their odds of survival are slim, but Thomas refuses to back down. While Minho initially believes they are doomed, Thomas convinces him to keep moving, hoping that their speed and wit can outmatch the dangerous creatures. Suddenly, a low, mechanical screech echoes through the maze. The camera cuts to the first Griever, a horrifying hybrid of organic and mechanical parts, with sharp appendages and a menacing, insect-like body. The maze itself is a dangerous entity, with walls that constantly shift and close in unpredictable ways. As Thomas and Minho run, they narrowly dodge the walls that slam shut behind them, almost trapping them inside. The cinematography emphasizes the claustrophobic nature of the maze, with close-ups of the characters' panicked faces and wide shots of the vast, oppressive stone walls surrounding them. As they round a corner, they come face to face with another Griever. This time, Thomas takes charge, grabbing a piece of debris and hurling it at the creature in a desperate attempt to slow it down. The Griever falters for a moment, giving the boys just enough time to make a break for it. Their escape is short-lived, however, as more Grievers emerge from the shadows. Realizing they can't outrun the Grievers forever, Thomas quickly devises a plan. He notices a section of the maze where the walls are rapidly closing and formulates a risky strategy. He proposes that they lure the Grievers into the closing walls, hoping that the creatures will be crushed before they can reach them. Minho, though hesitant at first, agrees to go along with the plan. The scene builds tension as they split up, Thomas running in one direction to attract the Grievers, while Minho positions himself near the closing walls. Thomas's quick thinking and fearless attitude are on full display here, highlighting the qualities that will later make him a leader among the Gladers. As the Grievers close in on Thomas, the walls start to shift, and just at the last moment, he dives out of the way. The Grievers are caught in the trap and are obliterated by the crushing stone walls. The heavy sound of the walls closing, coupled with the mechanical destruction of the Grievers, brings a momentary sense of relief. After narrowly escaping death, Thomas and Minho take a moment to catch their breath. This is the moment that solidifies their bond, as Minho realizes that Thomas is not just another newbie in the glade but someone who is willing to risk everything for survival. Thomas, still breathing heavily, humbly shrugs it off, but the significance of what they've just accomplished is not lost on either of them. They've survived a night in the maze, something very few people have done before. As dawn breaks, Thomas and Minho manage to find their way back to the entrance of the maze. The Gladers, who had assumed they were dead, are astonished to see them alive. The gates open, and the two boys stagger back into the safety of the glade, greeted by a mix of disbelief and admiration from the others. Newt, one of the leaders of the glade, approaches them with wide eyes. "I can't believe it," he says. "You survived the night." Thomas and Minho share a look that speaks volumes. It wasn't just about surviving the night, it was about discovering that they could outsmart the maze and its deadly inhabitants. Not only does it establish Thomas as a key figure among the Gladers, but it also reveals that survival in the maze requires more than just running. It demands strategy, bravery, and an unbreakable will to fight back against the impossible odds. The final moments of the scene linger on Thomas as he gazes back at the maze, realizing that the answers to their escape might lie within its deadly walls. Though they survive the night, Thomas knows that this is just the beginning. The maze is more than just a prison, it's a test, and he's determined to find out who built it and why. This scene encapsulates the core themes of the Maze Runner: perseverance, teamwork, and the courage to face the unknown. Thomas and Minho's survival is not just a physical triumph but a mental one, as they outsmart the deadly forces within the maze and begin to unravel its mysteries.